Right, so let's reenact the famous robbery of Fort Knox from Goldfinger, but from the perspective of Goldfinger this time. The freeze cannon, the vine seed, the super laser, and the key. All pieces of a glorious puzzle. Put them together, and what have we got? The Gotham Gold Reserve. Our prize awaits. Love how happy Two-Face is with that laser weapon. So it's really just them that are gonna go into the gold reserve. You think the others would, like, provide backup or something? Ah, so that way they can't be followed. The other problem is how they're gonna escape. Unless they just plan on taking one of the ways out. I mean, a van or something. Couldn't you have just gotten on the same one? Poor Two-Face. Well, at least I didn't kill Two-Face. That's interesting. It's rather interesting. I wonder what exactly the key was supposed to be for. But the main thing I find so interesting about it is that front door. It reminds me of a very famous cut piece of content from GoldenEye. So, a lot of people may not know this, but there was actually a secret entrance to the beginning of the silo, and the texture on the walls there looked very similar to the texture on the front door of the gold reserve. I love how punchy the sound effects of the guns are in this game. It's fantastic. So what exactly is up this way? Must be more to it. Didn't think I was going to be able to take that out, but you never know. I guess they've been waiting for us. I do also kind of like the idea that even though everything went well for the villains, they still weren't able to get inside, so now they kind of have to improvise another way out. No! Unless maybe I just drive into the front door with his van. Maybe that's how I can do it. No! No, I don't think I'm getting 100% on this one. Nah, that would have been too easy. Yeah, let's be honest, I like Two-Face. Two-Face has a bit more of a ranged attack. This is one of the things I like about being able to play as the villains, is the idea that you can shoot things. I mean, sure, you got the Batarang, which I guess kind of makes up for it, but I don't know. I like that you have a gun that you can just directly shoot things with. Aha. I get it. So I create the dynamite so then I can get that wrecking tool to take care of the hard work for me. There we go. Your services are no longer required. Instead, what we need to do is fix up this excavator. Probably some sort of digger. I remember there was this particular meme that was going around for a while. It's just like, hey, if you're a boy, you chose like one of three things to be obsessed with. Dinosaurs, construction equipment, and I can never remember what the third thing is. And I always kind of joke with that myself, and I just say, well, I just decided not to play. I guess I was probably more into the dinosaur side of things. It was like fiction. I don't know what that third thing was. If you know what the meme is, feel free to educate me. A chopper. There's gotta be something interesting up here. What is this, like Half-Life 2? The idea we gotta plug a battery into this? Sorry, Ridley. You got a long way to go. Interesting. I do remember at one point or another we could actually get high enough where you could actually mind control the person in the chopper so you could actually shoot some of the SWAT team experts instead. Yeah. Too bloody high. Well, I'm gonna hope this is the way. Can I shoot it? There we go. There's not really any free aim like there is with the Batarang with Two-Face's guns. Going up. Get into the battery. Well, this one seems to be a bigger battery. Didn't feel like I was connecting there. Come on, get in there. There we go. Pull the lever, trunk. Surprised I made it this far without actually saying that. Ah, yes. This is it. It's like I'm almost using the force on these guys. The idea was like they was to deflect some of the bullets back. Alright. Bring on the mind control. Yeah! Pity I can't collect any of those, but you know. Well, at least I'm able to collect a few of them at least. Can I like go a little lower perhaps? It pains me to see how many good studs go to waste. Aha, there's another security camera over here. Yeah! No, I can't reach that. So let's see, can I shoot the front door with this thing or no? Ah, I can't. But I figured I probably could have just taken the excavator for that, but whatever. Maybe it's just some sort of digger or whatnot. Oh yeah, I love the sound of these revolvers. I'm just wondering, where in the world did they get these sound effects from? They sound a lot more punchy than your typical Lego game. But then again, I guess that is the thing that's a little different, is Lego Star Wars was all about like laser guns and whatnot, so it didn't have to be very punchy or realistic. You just took the sound effects that the amazing Ben Burt came up with for Star Wars and whatnot. Well, Batman, it's a bit more gritty and realistic. I guess you could kind of say like Indiana Jones is, but I don't know, I don't remember the Lego Indiana Jones sound effects being so punchy. The front door is open, and the SWAT comes pouring in. But first I'm going to destroy everything. I wonder what kind of accent this even is. It feels vaguely Eastern European. At first I thought it was going Scottish, but no, that's definitely not Scottish. Okay, I don't do it. So I guess there must be some way to get in there in other levels, in free play anyway. So what else is around here? Definitely getting some good studs here. Not sure if I'm going to be able to get that 100% mark, but you know. You know, it's kind of ironic that we're taking all these studs even though the goal of this mission is to rob all the gold in Gotham City. Which these studs would be quite small change compared to something like that. Well, now we are not on camera anymore, so that makes me happy. I kind of wonder who these people are. It'd be kind of hilarious if maybe one of the people here in the picture was the director of most of these LEGO games, John Burton. At least I think that's what his name was. I just remember seeing the name and I'm like, I wonder if he's related to Tim Burton in any ways. Maybe a distant relative and whatnot. Burton is not a name I hear very often. I was able to get a bonus on a few of those at least. Now, this is one of those things I really just thought of. Could it be possible that maybe the main reason that big businesses always like to have some sort of effigy of Atlas is because of how influential of a book Atlas Shrugged was? Maybe that's a bit of like a shot in the dark, or maybe it's just because it's, at this time of recording, my favorite book of all time. But I don't know, it just seems like an effigy of Atlas always seems to show up whenever there's like a really rich person. Looks like they can't make it through the lasers either. Or perhaps it's kind of like a delusional thing, the idea that whoever were to have such a statue, it's just like, yes, we're holding up the entire world for everyone. You should thank me. There we go. Come on, give me some more Legos. Give me some more studs. I was able to get quite a bonus there for a while. I mean, a whole lot of 7-time bonuses. Yeah! Yeah, I didn't think we were gonna make it. Ah, okay, I get it. So, because I'm the only one that can survive through the toxic waste, which, once again, why is there a whole bunch of toxic waste in the Federal Reserve? Well, just in the gold of Gotham, but still. I get the idea from a gameplay standpoint, but logically it's like, what? Alright. Go on up. There we go. I think I took care of that camera. And now the other elevator should be good to go. What? What kind of thing? You flip the switch and the elevator becomes a ladder. It makes me think of the Krusty Towers where it's just like, no, the servants don't use the regular elevator. The elevator door opens and it's just stairs. It's just so thing. I love that. Huh. Let's read all of it, I think. Gotta love those grunt sound effects. Can the Riddler do anything with this? No. Well, let's see. Well, I might as well take advantage of my natural ability, I guess. I can go through this alright, but how do I get the Riddler past this? 7 times, yeah, that's very nice. Come on, push it. There we go. Starting to sing some salt and pepper there if it wasn't going to work. Part of me would just love to think that there's probably some guy at the controls watching all this, and they're just like, let's see how those overconfident thieves deal with our gas defense system. They'll think twice before messing with us again. And then it just starts spewing into their room. No! That wasn't meant to happen! Have I ever mentioned that Perfect Dark is probably... Well, if not... No, I'm gonna say it. It's my favorite game of all time. So, the idea that there's a sequel in the works, I'm excited for. Although part of me is still pretty amazed to see that it's actually happening, because the original launch trailer, well, the teaser trailer for it, I think happened all the way back in like 2020, 2019, all the way back then, and then a few months ago, there was some gameplay footage that was dropped, and I'm just like, oh, so they are actually making this. So yeah, I'm excited, but at the same time, I feel like it's gonna kind of suffer from a lot of other issues I've been running into with more modern games. Is you're probably gonna suffer with a lot of features that are gonna be real complicated to figure out. Like, this is what I like about playing the Lego games here, is the idea that, well, the concepts are simple enough that you don't need much of a tutorial to figure it out, but yet, with some of these modern AAA games, I feel like there's just like walls of text explaining all the mechanics, and it's just like, wow, I don't have the time for this, I'm gonna just wing it. And then you have to bring up the wall of text again, because it's like, okay, I am not figuring this out. Aha. Probably gotta build a ladder. Yep. But then again, maybe that's just the older person in me talking. If I was probably part of the generation that grew up with those games, I'd probably look at something like this and be like, wow, it's very simple. Then again, maybe I would enjoy something that's a bit more on the simple side, I don't know. It's kind of hard to guess how things would have turned out in an alternate reality. If you'd been born a little taller, a little shorter, different hair color, all that other kind of weird stuff. I have a bit of an overactive imagination, and sometimes I just think of a lot of random things. Looks like we got another mech in the works. And part of it is made of gold! Gold! But I can't help thinking some of the police people start hopping in this thing. Either that or they have their own. And, yeah, this is just awesome. And because of the gold, it's reflecting the bullets. You know, I think this is what modern gaming is missing these days. A mech. Alright, we're bringing in the vault. Ah. Alright, we got the gold. That's it, you carried the key the whole time, but you did nothing. I like that. They got to put on eclipse glasses because it's so bright. But you see, Mr. Powers, I love gold. You know, this is kind of the interesting thing I just thought of. Perhaps the reason why nobody else was left is maybe the villain's story and the hero's story are the same story. Because it ends with both the Riddler and Two-Face breaking into the gold reserve. Well, it doesn't necessarily show them getting away with the gold, so it could very well mean that Batman was able to stop them before they were able to finish their deed, and that's why nobody else showed up, because Batman took care of the rest, but... okay. When it said finished story, I thought there was going to be a bit of a... Yep, his name was John Burton after all. There was going to be an end cutscene, but... I guess my theory does hold up. The idea that both are actually the same story. You just get to see it from both perspectives. That I think is a very interesting thing. I'm trying to think if I've seen that in many other games. I know I definitely experienced it in a book once. It was called Ivanhoe. It was very annoying because it was a pretty good story up until then, and then there's a big invasion which the author wanted to tell from 4 different perspectives for some reason. I'm like, come on, you had a halfway decent story. Why do you have to stop it to just go for all this exposition? Alright. Well, that's good. I figure with our newfound riches, let's go and purchase some of those security guards because, wow, it's fun to be able to have characters with guns. The police officer, fishmonger, military policeman, security guard. Yeah, the security guard, that was the people I was having to deal with. SWAT. Scientist. Another goon, Yeti, another goon, another henchman. I'll just buy him just because it's fun. Alright. Now, trying to figure out, just like Two-Face, if I want to act for good, or if I want to act for evil. Join me next time where I make a decision as to which side I will be playing next. Until then, keep having fun.